going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 3 of the Duck Duck Thwack podcast, featuring today your host, Brody Wilson,
Jacob Schlag,
and netted from the great Japan seas,
Caleb Schlag.
Welcome back from the Japan seas, Caleb.
They were beautiful.
Welcome, everyone. Hey, what's going on?
Oh, not much, dude.
No,
we're about to talk about purchases. That's what we're about to talk about.
Yeah, today's topic is regretted purchases. And boy, do I have a lot of them. But today we limited them to 3, just for time's sake. And also because apparently Caleb doesn't regret anything, but we'll get to that.
Don't.
All right, Jacob, do you have yours in mind?
I have an idea. I was going to let you do yours first.
Do you want me to do all 3 of mine?
Yeah, go ahead and do all 3 of
I'll start at the bottom at number 3.
Okay. And there's a specific order.
Number one. Number 1 is like, dang, I wish I didn't do that. Okay, so my number 3, which it might, on some other people's list, it might be number 1. And I don't think you realize this about me, but I have bought a 3DS 3 separate times in my life. At first, I bought the original small 3DS, and that was too small for my hands, and it was really uncomfortable, so I sold it. And then they came out with the 3DS XL. I'm like, that's for me. I have big hands.
Yeah.
Bought it, played it for a year and a half, or probably just a year, maybe not a year, maybe 6 months, and then I sold it back because I got bored with it. And then Pokemon X and Y came out, and I'm like, wow, I need to play that. So I bought another 3DS XL.
Oh my goodness.
Just to play Pokemon. And I just sold that 3DS a week ago.
Yeah, Brody, I think I can remember you before purchasing a 3DS every time. And I was just like, oh, okay, every time. Yeah. And one time you're like, Jacob, you need to get Animal Crossing. And that never happened.
I wanted you to.
Yeah.
You guys had a 3DS. You had a 3DS. You might as well got an Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I don't regret Animal Crossing. That's not on my list.
Yeah, I know. But I was just saying, I never bought it. But I just remember all the times that you bought a 3DS, like in my head going back.
If you would have bought an Animal Crossing, I probably wouldn't have sold my 3DS. But that's moving on. My number 2, and this might be on your list too, but you might not have thought about it, was Counter-Strike Go for the Xbox 360. That is a huge regret for me, because they never updated the game, and the controls don't translate well to a controller. Like Counter-Strike over to a console, it doesn't work that well. Yeah, and then my number 1, I think you guys can guess. I bought a little game called Farming Simulator 2015 for my Xbox One for the pretty penny of $50. Farming Simulator 2015. You know what got me? That video. That video's
dubstep video.
The dubstep remix
blah, 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 blah.
of what Farming Simulator could be. I'm like, wow, that looks like a lot of fun. I have no idea, but it had this tractor with like fertilizer spray hooked up to it, and he'd drive it around and he'd activate his fertilizer, and like dubstep would start playing. It's like nitrous boost. It's like blah blah blah. Like, that's for me.
Oh my god.
So I bought it, and I played it for, I probably have like 10 hours logged into it, just because I could chop wood with like a chainsaw, and that was actually pretty fun, chopping wood and selling it. But then I quickly realized, wow, I wish I didn't spend $50 on it.
I can't believe you forgot.
It was like, I looked it up on my Microsoft account. It was $54 altogether with tax.
Man.
That's almost a full AAA title game.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't believe they were able to charge $50. I bet they looked back on it like, what? Someone bought it?
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. I was the one person. And then I sent you that link for Fishing Simulator.
Yes.
That looks pretty fun, honestly. I want to go fishing.
My dad liked my tweet.
Yeah, we were being like facetious about it, which means sarcastic, by the way.
Ooh,
and I sent you like, oh boy, Jacob, here we go, and you're like, oh my God, game of the year, and then they liked it.
They thought I was serious.
Yeah, do you think they were being like, do you think like, oh look, a fan, or do you think like, oh it's okay, we hate our game too.
We're a disappointment, we know, but hey, we're gonna try.
Yeah, that's my 3 most regretted purchases.
All right.
And video gaming, I guess. I probably have more in life, but like they don't hurt me as much.
Oh, okay.
As mine.
Were they supposed to be video games or
They can be anything.
Oh, okay.
Mine just were video games.
Okay. All right. So my number 3, I'm gonna start it the way you did. My number 3, it was actually recent, and I bought it with this Blue Yeti microphone and these headphones, all that stuff. When I bought that together.
Yeah, your recording equipment.
Yeah, I had bought a a little scissor arm stand thing. You just notch it in,
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't read things. Apparently, this microphone is not compatible with many things.
What does that mean? It's like just the wrong shape?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too big for my scissors arms. So I was really upset. I mean, it was only a $12 purchase. Goodness, purchase. I remember I hooked it up to the table and I was like, oh my gosh, it moves back and forth, and I was freaking out with it.
So how is it not compatible then?
It just doesn't fit. It's the
you
whole.
See how this thing has an entire stand here, that doesn't attach to it.
You can take the stand.
Take that off.
You can take the stand
Yeah,
off,
I was about to say that.
Even without
even
without the stand,
It's still too
big.
Yeah, it's just too big.
Yeah, here's what you do. You get a blowtorch and you heat up your holder and expand it, and then that'll fit.
Or you can get a new microphone that'll actually fit.
That's too much money.
Yeah, I like this microphone too.
Yeah.
So. But
find a stand.
That's my number 3. It wasn't too big, but it's one that I've recently remembered and regretted, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad. Oh, man, number 2. See, it's hard for me to find that middle point. I can tell you what my number 1 most regretted purchase
We're not there yet, though.
Yeah, I know. My number 2 most regretted purchase, thinking back, let me see. Oh, probably Star Wars Episode 3, the video game.
Like just the normal video game, like not Lego or anything?
Yeah, it was the normal video game. That was it was $60. It was back it was back when video games started becoming $60 instead of $50.
Yeah, I rented that game and I thought it was pretty fun, but for $60 that's not fun.
Yeah, it was $60 and I liked it at my young age, but looking back at it now, I'm like, man, that was that was some birthday money that I could have saved there. So I'm gonna make that my number 2. That's gonna be my only video game one.
That's fair.
My number 1 is purchase for my car. And the purchase itself didn't upset me. It's because I live in Illinois. But it is underglow for my car. Which, look, I think it's pretty and stuff, but after I got pulled over for it, that's when I realized, man, that wasn't a great purchase.
I tried to tell you multiple times you don't need underglow.
I didn't need it. I just liked it because it was pretty, but then I got pulled over, and that was upsetting. And then 2 of them broke off because winter.
Froze,
So that's definitely my number 1 purchase, which I don't even remember how much I spent.
I want to bring you back to something. It wasn't something you purchased, but it was something that you and one of our mutual friends were talking about for a little bit. You guys were, I don't know if you remember, you were talking about buying drifting cars.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah, you're thinking about buying a junker so you could drift.
Yeah. And looking at that, sometimes I'm just like, man.
To be young again.
To be young again, yes. I remember looking at cars, and there were some for $500, and I was like,
you know what you can do with $500?
Yeah, a lot more than
Apparently buy a drifting car.
Yeah, apparently. But I was looking at Craigslist on some. I really had no huge commitment to it, but Austin kept hyping it up like I did. So
yeah. That's what you did with your underglow too. You're like, I'm gonna be Need for Speed Underground.
I don't think that's what I said, but
you didn't say that, but that was definitely what you were thinking.
Yeah, probably.
And Caleb, you have nothing?
I have nothing.
How?
I
that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't buy a lot of things.
Jacob, what does he regret?
I don't regret anything.
I used to talk Caleb into buying a lot of video games, but I don't know if you remember.
I don't really. There were none that were bad enough for me to say I regret buying them.
Remember that?
I enjoyed them all.
Okay.
So you wake up in the morning and you look at your bank account and you're like, all right, you go, piggy.
Yeah.
Caleb doesn't even spend money on food.
Yeah,
so.
I don't buy food.
What do you do for lunch at school?
I don't go to lunch at school. I come home and then I'll probably just eat whatever's here.
All right.
Because I have an hour break between my first and second class.
I mean, I do too, but I don't go home.
Well,
Caleb,
I have a 2-hour break on Saturdays because one of my classes does. I mean, Saturdays, Fridays.
I just gave Caleb a dirty look, by the way. I'm like, what in the world is this guy talking about?
On Fridays, I have a 2-hour break because my second class, it doesn't meet on Fridays. So.
Okay.
So I just come home and I eat, and then I take a nap.
Speaking of wrong days, yesterday I sat down in this classroom after the class before got out. I just sat down and the teacher that was in there before was on the computer and she was just doing her thing. And then one of my classmates walked in. She sat down in front of me and just started doing her thing. And then this guy that's in my class looked at me from the door. He's like, "Do you guys see this note on the door?" I'm like, "There's no note on the door. You're lying to me." And he's like, "No, I'm dead serious." I'm like, "You're joking, right?" And then the teacher that was in there looked up. She's like, "Oh yeah, your instructor's not here today." I'm like, "You could have said that 5 minutes ago before I sat down."
I had the same experience last week.
And the thing is, that teacher, like, I have that teacher 2 hours in a row, so like I got to leave like for the day.
Yeah.
But I was prepared to sit there for like the full 15 minutes before you can leave thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like 15 minutes. If you leave before 15 minutes, you can get counted absent.
Yeah.
And if your instructor doesn't show up after that 15 minutes, you can leave. I think that's just a myth, but I
had a teacher
yeah.
who told me, he's like, you guys know that's not true, right? You guys can just leave. I mean, it's no big deal.
Well, some teachers are real anal about attendance, and
Yeah,
some
they are.
don't care.
Mhm.
But she's one that doesn't care. But I think she gave us 5 free absences where we can just do whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna waste that because at the end of the semester, whenever it's like review for finals and all that, I'm not going to class. Probably.
Yeah, no, that's true. You get burnt quick.
I'm burnt out on school real bad right now. I'm taking a year off after this semester, get my thoughts together, because been going to school like 14 years of our life now. More than that. Like, we started when we were 3 or 4.
I have to say, anyone who goes to school full on like college for 8 years plus what they already did in high school. and
I don't get how
you
they
guys are troopers.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys don't
Oh
take
my
a break
goodness.
at all. So I'm taking a year off, and then I'm gonna get back to the grind. I'm gonna make some money this summer, hopefully, somewhere.
Where at?
I don't know. Gonna get a job somewhere. Maybe selling smack. I don't know.
Somewhere.
Some smacks,
Yeah.
booger sugar.
Mmm. Yummy.
Need some help with that?
Caleb, no. You go to school. Stay in school, Caleb. You have a year left.
I don't know if you saw
I just
Caleb.
raised
but
my eyebrows.
he needs some help with that. His eyebrows.
I did that on purpose because I knew someone would point
The
it out.
audience wouldn't get it, Caleb. They
The
can't
audience
see your
wouldn't
face.
get it, yeah, but you do.
Maybe they could hear it.
You're like,
Oh yeah.
I'm glad we had the same like noise in our head. All right, so I was also going to ask you guys, and this is kind of like a pop-up. I'm sorry to put you on the spot,
Of course.
but I wanted to ask you guys like to kind of get into Deadpool. Like, you guys saw it. I want you guys to like kind of just like talk about it, like what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it.
Okay.
It was fantastic.
You think it was fantastic?
I
Just straight up.
I absolutely had to say that. Like, it was amazing to me.
Yes.
Ryan Reynolds did a great
He
job.
did.
He
Okay.
really did.
You know, he voiced Deadpool like before he did that role.
See, I was asking questions about that, but I really didn't know if he did or not. So
Who were you asking about?
Caleb.
Oh, okay.
I only knew limited things.
Yeah, he voiced Deadpool in some animated series. I forget which one, but he's done Deadpool before.
Everyone who didn't understand Deadpool would probably not like it because I know my girlfriend's parents went and saw it.
They wouldn't like it.
Well, they said it was funny, but like
It's pretty risque. I've
Eh.
heard there's some things in there.
it's like borderline like
Porno?
almost- yeah, well,
Someone told me that it about got more than rated R, and I don't believe that for a moment.
I feel like it's borderline there, but
Seriously?
I'm not sure
Yeah.
because
like borderline porno.
there was some nudity.
Yeah.
There was a lot of f-bombs dropped.
Who cares?
A lot of gore.
F
too.
bombs and gore do not make an X-rated movie.
I know,
I
but
agree. Yeah.
I'm just saying it could. It's close to being unrated version of
Yeah.
a movie. Like I feel like if they made an
Alright,
unrated
alright.
version,
I get
would
that.
Be really close.
I was under the impression that like upgrading meant going to X, which is like porno or
okay.
whatever,
Well,
and not going unrated. That's what I thought. That makes more sense to me.
yeah, but I have to tell you, like, there was a moment where I probably wasn't laughing at this
Yeah,
movie.
it was-
So it was hilarious. With like, it was interesting because there's a lot of action mixed with comedy, and I think
Yeah.
it blended really well.
Fourth wall breaking.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like people who don't understand
Deadpool,
Deadpool, and they're
yeah.
like, "Why is he breaking the fourth wall?"
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's just how it's been with
yeah.
Deadpool.
I want to ask you, how did they explain his origin? How did they explain he got his power?
Oh, okay.
It's like the comic.
I can tell you guys how he got his power. Like, I know
Yeah,
that, but like,
it
how
should
did they
be-
say it in the movie?
Like it was like he was promised like he got cancer. That's obviously
Yeah, he
part of
got,
the comic,
yeah, that's part of it,
and
yep.
then he got promised that he could get better, like they
Okay.
could make him better.
That,
Then he went there.
By like a secret person came
did
in.
they tell you how he got his name, Deadpool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the Deadpool.
Yeah, there you
thing
go.
where they
Okay.
put that something would die.
I've not seen it, but I was hoping that was
Yeah,
part
that
of
was
it.
it.
That's important. You know, like, that's Project X, you know, like, that's in the X-Men universe. That's
Yeah.
the same program Wolverine was in,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
that kind of thing. Yeah.
'Cause
I
they
knew
were
it was the
talking- they
same
were talking
universe,
about
but-
mutants and unlocking things.
Which is weird because, like, the way that Marvel has divvied up the film rights for all their movies is that only Fox can do X-Men related stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, Deadpool's not going to be in the Avengers universe. That's completely different than like the
Yeah.
X-Men,
Yeah.
because a Marvel studio owns that Fox owns X-Men, and I think there's some other studio that has some other facet of like the Marvel universe.
Okay.
It's really messed up. I think Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Spider-Man is in like his own like one company. Sony owns Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's
Sony
why.
Productions or whatever.
Yeah. So it's like Sony, Fox, and then Marvel,
Yeah.
which is stupid. They should never have done that. But they were hurting for money back in the day, you know.
Yeah. In Deadpool, who are the two X-Men in Deadpool?
Colossus, and I don't know who the girl
Who's
is.
the girl that sets on fire?
Jean Grey.
That might.
No, she had a really weird name.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But anyhow, she would just like turn radioactive, turn on fire or something like that.
Yeah.
And like, they go to the X-Men mansion. Deadpool does to ask for help, and he's like, "Man, I would think it's such a big mansion. I would think there'd be more than two of you here. I guess the studio couldn't afford more than two X-Men or something like that."
Salty.
Just that alone was so funny. I don't know.
I'm glad that whatever studio it is Fox, but I don't know like if there's another name for it. But I'm glad that they let the director do his thing. I'm glad they let it make it rated R.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see a rated R superhero movie. I've wanted that for a long time.
It apparently broke the record of every Marvel movie ever made. Like,
Even Avengers?
Yeah, in a week making money. So
I don't believe that.
it was 180 billion.
Jeez, like worldwide or domestic?
I'd have to look that up. I saw it on Reddit, so.
Yeah. If it's domestic, that's astounding. I think. I don't know. I don't know movies too well, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Jacob's looking it up right now. I'm probably not going to see it in theaters just because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I've not seen Star Wars yet, which is pretty astounding. I kind of hold that as a badge of honor now. Like I've not seen The Force Awakens yet.
You should get a patch.
Yeah, I think it comes out on DVD next month, so I'm going to watch it then.
So the first weekend it made 132.4 million alone. That was
domestic?
The weekend. Hang on.
You need to look up if it's domestic or world.
This is the Hollywood Reporter, so I don't know.
Okay. You'll get there eventually.
Okay, so. Okay, for global, the global weekend was 284.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go away. Hang on. Advertisements. Yeah. I'm trying to look at it. Well, it's okay. I think in America it was 132.7 million over the 3-day span.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that breaks records. I didn't know if you were saying domestic or international, but we're good now. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Final thoughts on it? Like, do you there's gonna be a Deadpool 2?
There should.
Yeah,
There should be.
I think they've already said that there will be.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, if they can keep on that same track, it would be good enough to.
Yeah. And
make
Jacob
another
said
one.
this after the movie, one of the best superhero movies we've ever seen.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the problem is too, like this is part of it, but it's not a huge deal. It's like I'm a DC fan, not a Marvel fan.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not being snooty about it. Like I just don't care for it.
So Superman versus Batman. That's all.
I am not gonna see that too, actually, because that's gonna be absolute trash.
Oh man.
Calling it right now, it's gonna be trash. Because all it is setting up the Justice League. That's all it is. Yeah, and I've not seen the trailers yet, but I've heard that the trailers tell everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like,
there's
cameos by superheroes that I would never have guessed are in there.
Yeah.
I might have guessed because it's called the Dawn of Justice, but I would not have thought going into it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they've revealed too many bad guys, and I don't know.
Suicide Squad's coming up.
I am so excited for Suicide Squad.
I hope it does.
That might be DC's answer to Deadpool. Like, it's not going to be, like, as funny, and it's not going to be as, like, ooh, fourth wall, but it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be.
And I love Jared Leto. Jared Leto's my man.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I bet he'll do great, so.
Yeah.
He looks, like, amazing as a character
I don't think he's the Joker, though. I think he's someone else.
Oh.
Like, this is just a theory, and I heard it somewhere before, and I latched onto it.
Okay.
But someone has said before that they think that he's just, like, a Joker follower. And I can see that more so than he is the Joker.
Okay.
That'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And who's the chick that plays Harley Quinn? Margot Robbie?
I don't even know.
Her name's like Margot. I think it's Margot Robbie.
I know Will Smith.
I'm going to marry her.
Oh, man.
She is beautiful. I'm also going to marry Will Smith because he's beautiful.
Did you see they're making another Independence Day as well?
Yeah, did you see they're making another Bad Boys film?
Are they really?
Yeah, Bad Boys 3.
Same Martin Lawrence and
Yeah.
Will Smith? Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go.
I'm really excited about that. That'll be the third one, right? Bad Boys 3?
Yeah. I love the Bad Boys films.
They were both great. Caleb, have you seen Bad Boys?
No.
You need to see. It's a comedy.
Good.
It's like a.
It's comedy action. It's good.
What are those movies called? Like buddy cop movies? Buddy cops.
I like that.
Cop buddies.
That'll work.
It's a genre.
Buddies.
It's a genre. I just don't know the name for it.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah, Independence Day 2. Is it gonna have Will Smith in it?
It won't
No,
have Will
it's
Smith.
not.
It's a new black guy.
Oh. We need another African on set, please. Will
Who's the
Smith
one
is
they
too
brought back,
expensive.
though? Who's the guy they brought back?
But
Who could they bring back?
They brought.
what's his name?
yeah,
the
what's
dude with the
Yeah,
glasses.
the dude with the glasses. What's his name?
Black
Excuse me.
hair.
Oh!
other
The
main
guy that
guy.
was in Call of Duty recently. He was in Zombies.
Kevin Spacey.
No, Kevin Spacey's in Armageddon.
I was gonna say.
Kevin Spacey's not in Armageddon, by the way.
Oh.
Oh God, what is his name? He's Jewish. He is gorgeous. He has nice flowing black hair.
His hair is nice.
Can you Google that, please? That is gonna kill me. It's like, gosh dang.
Independence Day cast.
Gosh dang.
Well, that came out wrong.
That was me trying to say his name. I apologize to
That's
the
right.
audience for not knowing this. Like, I should know this.
I shouldn't.
That's okay. Caleb doesn't know anything.
1996.
I don't know.
Thriller
anything about
/
our-
action.
our
Just look at the
culture.
IMDb.
IMDb.
Oh, I should have looked it up on IMDb. Right.
Idiot.
That was dumb. That was dumb on my part. Let's try this again on IMDb.
IMDb.
What is his name?
No.
I can picture his face.
He's making it back. That's all we know.
He is, because he played the magician in Call of Duty Zombies.
Paul. hang
No,
on.
it's not Paul.
Are you sure it's not Paul?
I'm positive it's not Paul.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, you're right.
Is it Bill something?
Nope.
I don't recognize these people. Hang
What
on.
are you doing? Are you on IMDb?
Yeah, I'm on IMDb.
IMDb.
Here, I'm gonna do all cast.
Mm-hmm. Is it something Goodman?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
Goldblum, yeah.
Thank God.
There we go.
I apologize for that. That is the biggest brain fart I've ever
I
had.
expected him. Oh, okay.
He's been in a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but not
Jurassic
really
Park.
not really recently.
Yeah, not recently.
Yeah, but he's making a comeback. He really is.
Was he in I'm trying to think. Was he in Jurassic something?
He was
Jurassic-
in
Yeah, he was in Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Was he in Jurassic World?
No,
No, he was not.
I've not seen Jurassic World, but I don't think
I don't
he
think
was.
any of the original cast was in
Mm-mm.
Jurassic World.
The Japanese guy was.
Oh yeah, he's the only one.
There's a
yeah.
Japanese guy
The
in
Japanese
Jurassic Park.
scientist.
Yeah, the scientist. Like he had a very short moment in the first.
It's been
movie.
too long. I don't remember him.
I think we'll see him again. If
Who's
they
the
make
fat?
another one.
I'm done with actor names. I was like, who's the fat guy from Jurassic Park 1 and Space Jam?
Oh man.
Where he's like, ladies and gentlemen. That was Bill Murray. No. Who's? We're done with names. No, I give
Yeah.
up. The fat guy. You all know him. The fat guy. He's Jewish. He has curly hair.
Remember when we were talking about Space Jam one time, or well, Caleb, like we weren't talking about Space Jam, but Caleb was like that one movie where Michael Jordan gets sucked through a golf hole.
Yeah,
And that's how Caleb,
Space Jam.
we're like, Space Jam?
Yeah, he's like, oh, is that Space Jam?
that's it,
Yeah. Like we could have also said Caleb would have been like, oh, the movie where Michael Jordan plays baseball, Space Jam, yeah.
No, that really happened.
Almost all sports are in that game. Yeah, Michael Jordan did have a short-lived minor league baseball career.
It was a minor. It was professional.
It was Who do you play for?
White Sox?
Yeah, that's right.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Wayne Knight is your fat friend.
Oh,
Wayne.
I told you I'm done with names. I don't give a crap. I don't care. I'm done. I want to tell a story,
Okay.
but I don't know if I've told the story on here. Have I told the story about my armpits on this podcast?
I
don't remember that.
You don't remember the pod? I've told you this story before about my soapy armpits.
How long ago?
I don't know. Okay, well, I'm very excited for this then. I think you'll remember as I start telling it.
Okay.
We took a senior trip to the St. Louis Zoo, and we took a senior trip to the Cardinals. So Jacob remembers it. And we took a trip to a Cardinal game. It was a hot day. And I was sweating something fierce, guys. Like, I was getting all sweaty. And, like, halfway through the day, I'm like, damn, I stink. Like, I smell terrible. And I let a couple more hours go by. Because we got to the zoo pretty early in the morning. And we were going to, like, a 6 o'clock Cardinal game or something like that. And I didn't bring any deodorant. And, like, I was walking with my friends and I'd hang back for a second. I'd do that thing where I put my shirt over my nose and take a big whiff. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can smell myself. That's bad.
Yeah.
Whenever you start smelling yourself, you know you're in trouble because that's whenever everyone else around you is like, oh my god, I can smell this guy for miles. So I'm like, oh guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a leak. So I went in the bathroom and like I locked the door behind me and I took my shirt off and I just took some hand soap and I started like rubbing it on my armpits. I started lathering that stuff in there, and it was just generic bathroom like hand soap. Like it didn't have good smells to it or anything. So I just started rubbing that stuff in there, man. And I would get in the sink and I'd be like splashing it up in there, you know. Caleb, I smelled bad. And there were females around. I'm like, oh my god, they must think I'm like a caveman right now. So I went in the bathroom and I had to clean myself up, you know. Man. And let me tell you about my pit stains, dog. Whenever I start getting sweaty, like that, my armpits turn into like dark black holes of like sweat.
Oh man, that's
bad. I think I'm just very good at cooling myself down.
Yeah.
And my body's like, wow, we can sweat so much. Why don't we just go for it, you know?
This boy sweats quite a bit.
Oh yeah,
Caleb
Caleb sweats playing video games.
Yeah,
His hands sweat.
Yeah, after a session of playing video games.
Yeah.
I'll put my controller down and it's just soaked.
That's nasty.
It's pretty bad.
The only time I sweat playing video games is whenever I have friends over and they're watching me play, because I think that gets me anxious.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
There's certain things.
I'm just always hot.
I
sweat in the winter. Like I'm wearing a
I
jacket
do
and I'm just sweating all day.
Yeah. Take it off. Why don't you take it off then?
So, well, it's outside.
What?
Well, like,
what?
My arms are cold, but like my pits start sweating really bad. Like I'm cold, but I'm sweating. So.
All right.
So I don't want to take off my jacket.
Okay.
Then I'll just get even
You
colder.
have a bad temperature dilemma there.
I do. My hands sweat all day.
Jacob, you have you have a skin condition. Like your face turns red.
Oh, rosacea, yeah.
Rosacea.
So the blood runs to your cheeks.
That sounds like a woman's perfume. Try some rosacea today.
By L'Oreal.
L'Oreal.
Because they make perfume.
Do they?
I don't know.
Okay.
Rosacea.
Jacob
Schlag.
I don't have like a diagnosed skin condition, but I have some pretty sensitive skin.
Yeah.
Like you can like smack me, like not too hard, but you can like flick my wrist or whatever, and like it'll swell up for like a strong 45 minutes. I snapped a rubber band on my arm to like prove to my friend like I have really sensitive skin. This was in high school, and I snapped my arm really hard. That mark was there for a day and a half. Like it was just swelled up and it was there. So I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna have that. It probably has something to do with my sweat, because I sweat so much. I don't know. I bet that is a skin condition.
That's weird.
I don't know.
What if it's just like sensitive to rubber bands only?
Nah, because like, is your hand made of rubber? No. And you can smack me and it'll do that too. Yeah.
That'll prove it.
That'll do it. All right, what did you just buy for your Xbox? What was that? That game?
The Dying Light thing?
Yeah, the Dying Light expansion.
So far, I like it.
You like it a lot?
Yeah, it's quite a bit of fun. There's a Doom buggy involved.
How long did you play it this morning? Roundabout, like you don't have to be specific.
A
couple hours?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours?
I'd say.
Altogether, there, I thought Dying Light was just a great game, though.
Yeah, Dying Light's a great. I'm not buying the
like,
expansion because, in my opinion, the expansion came out too late after the game came out originally, and I kind of lost interest in it.
Oh yeah, I can understand that.
But I don't know. It's good.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's only $20, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I might get it.
I thought it was gonna be $30. I saw it was $20. I was like, oh. Okay.
I thought it was 32. I might get it now.
Yeah, it's only.
I'll have to
$20.
reinstall Dying Light though.
Yeah. I don't think it was that big of a game to begin with, Dying Light. So.
Like, just gigabit wise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gigabit.
Fight me.
Gigabytes.
Gigaboo.
Gigaboos. Y'all, how many gigaboos is this game you're about?
Yeah, your words, huh?
Fallout Forest Force DLC's got announced.
Yeah, the first it was a big expansion and then a couple like content packs. Me and Jacob were talking about that this morning, like while I was playing Fallout.
You weren't there.
I need to beat Fallout first off, and second off,
I bought the season pass. So.
How much is that? Like $35?
I don't remember.
Do I get the season pass?
Yeah,
too?
you get it too.
Yeah,
Sick.
you get it. Joseph, you two game share. First off, game sharing is like whenever you go on your Xbox and you set your profile as like home on another person's console, and they do the same thing. And like if you buy a game, they get it, and if they buy a game, you get it. It's kind of like cheating the system, but like not really. You know.
They make it really easy.
They make it really easy for you to do
I
it.
feel like it.
So you guys do that, and then I do that with one of my buddies. And where was I going with this?
You were just explaining it.
Yeah, but I was going somewhere with that, and now I
Joseph
completely
did
forgot.
something. I don't know.
Joseph bought the Call of Duty expansion pass. Thank you so much. Joseph bought the season pass for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and the first expansion for that is already out on PS4, but I think it's coming out early March or maybe next week. And I'm really excited for the zombies map. Zombies on that game are fantastic.
I have not even looked at anything
I've
about
watched
Black Ops
gameplay
3.
for the zombies, and it looks really good.
Just like base zombies for Black Ops 3. The expansion? Question mark.
What was it?
Caleb just
Shadows of Evil.
I'm trying to. Yeah, the Shadows of Evil.
Yeah, that's really fun. It's really complex. Like the part of the reason I stopped playing zombies on Black Ops 2, or even just Black Ops 1. Like by the time Shangri-La came out, what game was that? Black Ops 2 or 1?
Shangri-La. That
yeah.
was World at War.
No,
Seriously.
Shangri-La's that was Black Ops.
Yeah.
It was originally on World at War. Though.
No.
You're thinking of.
You're thinking of that one Japanese map where they have like the traps or whatever that fling people.
Yeah.
Shangri-La's that really. Shinonuma.
Okay, Shangri-La. You're right. Okay.
Shangri-La's that one on Black Ops where I think the Easter eggs like just started to get really intense and complicated. Like Shangri-La's the first one I remember that had like a really complicated
I think
Easter egg.
Call of the Dead was before Shangri-La.
You think so?
Yeah, it was before Shangri-La. Shangri-La was the last DLC.
But Call of the Dead, was that the one, the real icy map with George Romero?
That was a sucky one too.
I don't think that Easter egg was that bad though. Like all you
wasn't as complex.
All you had to do was get the golden rod,
still...
right? Like that was the main objective, was to get that golden rod thing.
You had to do a lot to get to.
Yeah, but like Shangri-La's
was more advanced.
Yeah.
And then there was the moon one too.
I couldn't even play the moon. Like I couldn't even live long enough to do anything.
Map.
I don't know what they were thinking.
But I know
I played a lot through
I knew a guy who did the deal or the Easter egg for all of them, and I thought that was crazy.
If you do all the Easter eggs, you get like all the perks forever.
Yeah, there's one for Ascension too. That was that first map pack for Black Ops, but that one I don't think
was that the rocket map where it was black and white. That was probably my favorite. Next to Call of the Dead, that's probably my favorite map. It took me a while to like it, but after I started to like it, I loved it.
That was the only one I never had.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It was fun.
Eventually, Black Ops 1 is coming out for backwards compatibility. I thought it was announced months ago, and I thought they were doing it that month, but it never came out. But it's going to come out, and that means all the DLC is coming back, so I'm going to hop on that. I'm going to have to find a cheap disc copy, though, because I'm not going to buy like $15 download or whatever.
I can understand that.
Oh, excuse me. I'm very gassy today.
The upstairs, dog.
Yeah, the upstairs, not the downstairs. I kicked the crowbar, guys.
You kicked the crowbar?
Yeah, I kicked it really hard.
Why?
They were renovating. Is that it?
That works.
Renovating. They were renovating. My parents. They were renovating like this back part of our house.
Your parents? Oh, wait. Your parents were renovating.
My parents were renovating the back part of my house.
Okay.
They were tearing up the floor and putting the new floor down.
All right.
And someone left a crowbar in the room that I play my Xbox and watch my shows in. And it was getting pretty late. It was probably like midnight or 1 a.m. And I groggily got up and I just started walking. I was walking pretty hard too. Like I was swinging my legs forward. And this crowbar was positioned. It was positioned like just so that whenever I kicked it, it braced itself against the door frame. So it had nowhere to go except back into my toe. And I damn near broke my pinky toe. Like, I kicked it so hard I couldn't walk for a second. I'm like, it's broken. Like, I need to go to the hospital at 1 a.m. So I went to the bathroom, and, like, my pinky toe was bleeding, and I cleaned it up. And I freaked out really bad because, like, my pinky toe was black. But then it turned out, like, that was just my shadow, so that was no big deal. So after I got it cleaned up, all that really happened was, like, my pinky toe was real bloody. And I kind of overreacted a bit. So I went to bed. And
wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like an eventful night.
I got scared. Like, I'm like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want them to like set my pinky toe back in place. Like, I could lose my pinky toe because I kicked a freaking iron crowbar, you know, with the force of 1,000 suns, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I have a story to tell you guys.
Go for it.
I think about it. Okay. So I work at McDonald's.
Right.
For all those who don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day, I was taking out trash. You take out trash, obviously, there, and you take it back to this compactor. You turn the compactor on, you go back, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as I was walking back, this is a truck stop also, and the trucks refuel where I take the trash out back there. And literally, as I was about to walk in, I'm grabbing the door to go inside, and then all of a sudden, I just hear like loud bass out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what? And I sent you a message because I don't want to say this out loud, but I want you to read the message on your phone. Do you
Where's
have
my
a
phone at? Yeah.
Okay. This is how the song started right there, and I just like immediately stopped as I heard it.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, and my hand was on the door.
All right. The message says, "Drop it on the beat, that pussy too dank."
Yeah, and then the boom, it's like bass out of nowhere, and I was like, and out of the truck comes this short, chubby guy, white guy, and he just kind of standing there hanging up, and he's like, his arms spread, and I was like, looking directly at me.
He's like, hey, homie.
I just went inside. I ran away from that situation.
Dude, what do you think? You could have gone on an adventure. You could have got inducted into like a gang. You could have like made a lot of money right there.
Oh man, truckers are gross to me.
He was in a truck though, like not a car.
He was a semi truck
With bass.
Yeah, I don't know what he did to his truck, but it was out of nowhere.
I bet he was from Albuquerque.
Oh my goodness. I went inside and no one else, I couldn't explain it to anyone really inside, and someone looked at me like, why are you laughing, Jake? I was like, oh, nothing at all.
Some SA just tried to pick me up. Even though he's white, he's an SA.
He's a green guy.
Oh jeez.
On the way here, guys, I about ran over a drunk person.
Oh no.
It was 5:30 in the afternoon, and like there was a guy on my road that was obviously drunk. Like his buddy was trying to steady him, and like he kept veering to the left, like where my car was. I'm like, I'm gonna hit this guy and kill him. And like after right after I got past him, the dude just like fell over in the street. I'm like, he's dead. Someone just died on my street. And I just kept driving. I've never seen a drunk person at 5:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
That's weird.
5:30 is a bit.
That's really early.
Yeah, 5:30 is a bit too early to be like so hammered that you can't walk straight. That's a bitter. He got a head start, and his buddy was carrying like a 12-pack of Bud Light.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know where they were going.
Get off the ground.
You're a disgrace to our community.
I'm not dragging you.
Oh man,
That's so funny.
I about committed a felony. Whoops.
He didn't feel it. Don't worry.
No, he's too drunk. He wouldn't remember the car. He's like, I got hit by some chariot carrying 1,000 horsepower.
Jesus smacked me over.
Jesus smacked me across the face and said, son, you get your life together. So I did. In the long run, I could have helped him out.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think it was coming from or going to the trailer park down my road.
I didn't know there was a trailer.
Let me describe my street to you. It's very multicultural. We have the sheriff, we have a trailer park, and we have an old person's home, all on my street.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
And I'd like to imagine sometimes my city has like a city-wide, it's a town-wide garage sale. And I'd like to imagine that like the trailer trash goes to the old people and they buy all the trinkets, and then like the old people go to the trailer trash and buy their meth, and then like the cop like just bust all of them, you know? Like that's how I picture like those go down in my town.
We got a 32-1.
We got a nanny.
A meth for trinket.
Yeah. We got a nanny carrying some black tar heroin. We're gonna need to take her down. You drive by the police station in my town and you just hear like grandmas crocheting up a speed because they're all anxious, you know, and high on meth. So they're just like.
Oh my goodness. So I work with a kid who's from Texas originally.
Okay.
And I was just asking.
Hold on, like Southern Texas or?
I think he was from.
Has he ever said?
He was from. It was near Dallas, but
okay.
it was
Dallas is like northeast, kinda.
Yeah, and he was a little outside.
I don't know.
It was a little outside of Dallas in this like little town. It
Yeah.
was like something like really Spanish sounding. I don't remember what it was.
Sure.
And I asked him about like just what it was like there in Texas. He's like, dude, it was terrible. He's like, gang wars every day. He's like, I had to be in a gang. He's like, I didn't participate.
He was in a gang?
He's like, I didn't participate. He's like, but you had to have one in order to stay protected.
Did he get jumped in?
Yeah, he got
jumped in.
Yeah.
Did he get like jumped? Because like if you're gonna leave, you have to get jumped out.
Yeah.
He did that too.
Yeah, he got jumped.
Dang.
But when he left, he kind of left like on a bus, and then he just kind of like came here, and he's dating one of my other coworkers. But anyhow, I was talking to him. He's like, He was telling me about how people would be making like black tar heroin like in their bathtubs
My
and
favorite,
stuff.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, that is crazy to think about. That's just going on in Texas.
They can make that everywhere.
Yeah.
I watched this documentary where the sheriff is like, I'm gonna explain to all you how easy it is to make meth. And like he just had a few household supplies and like he made meth on screen. I'm like, well, I mean, now I know the basics.
Yeah.
So it's like a training. Ooh, burp.
That's concerning me.
The
demons are trying to come out, but
God.
couldn't release them.
Guys, I'm so sorry. It's like a training video for meth.
There's an Exorcism, another one movie coming out.
Yeah.
He was releasing his demons. He did it again.
There is a movie coming out that I just remembered about called The Witch.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw
And
a
that
trailer.
is going to be scary as crap.
I saw a trailer.
Because, like, even Stephen King tweeted, like, he's like, The Witch scared the hell out of me. I'm like, that is a good sign. Because
Yeah.
Stephen King is, like, the master of horror stories.
Uh-huh.
So I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it. It was on Facebook. It was advertised on
Yeah.
there. I remember reading the comments, and people were like, okay, I'm a Wiccan, guys, and this movie really is offending me.
Boo.
I was like, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe it.
Nowadays, you can't say anything without offending someone. Like, watch this. I'm going to offend one of our audience members right now. Cats are dumb. Like, right now, I just heard, like, our listeners just, like, leave, you know? Like, I'm out of here. He just offended me. Like, why are we so fragile today?
We are.
I don't get
It's
it.
crazy.
I don't understand.
Too sensitive, all
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm.
And then there's The Witch, and like kind of in the same vein of horror. I just bought. Well, I didn't. I bought it a long time ago, but it just officially came out on Xbox One. That game, Layers of Fear.
Oh, okay.
That is the scariest game I've ever played in my entire life.
Yeah, I remember just watching that demo play for it, and it looks scary, so I can't imagine what the full game came out with.
See, all right, the name Layers of Fear didn't mean anything to me until I started playing it.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 levels that I can tell, and I am on 4.
Mm-hmm.
And every mission is progressively more scary.
Yeah.
Because the way the game works is like you're this disgruntled artist that is trying to finish his masterpiece, and he's kind of crazy. Like you pick up items and he like paints on skin canvases and uses blood and all that crap as paint. Like he's pretty insane.
Yeah.
And the way that the game works is like every level is you going into your own mind to paint another layer on this canvas. And like every mission is more dark, is more scary, is like more intense. And I'm only on 4 and I can't do it anymore because like last mission they introduced this woman that actually like kills you and ends your game, and she scared the piss out of me. Like she just came out of nowhere and screamed at me. I'm like, I'm done for the night.
Ridiculous.
I want to get one of those like Fitbit things that tell me like what my heart rate is, because I guarantee it was like in the triple digits.
Alicia has one of those.
I need to borrow it. Yeah, I was freaked out.
Oh my god.
It was terrible. But that said, it's probably the best horror game I've ever played. Except for the performance issues on Xbox One, like it has some frame rate issues, which is kind of understandable considering that the game is just so like graphically intense. Like there's so much detail, and there's like so much detail in the lighting, I guess. But I'd recommend it. It was only $15 or $20.
That's not too bad.
And I bought it months ago when it was still like a alpha or a beta or whatever.
Was it an indie developer made it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was an indie company.
Have they ever made anything else before, or is that their first game?
I don't even know the name of the company. I don't know. They used Unreal Engine, so I think they're pretty small because like Unreal is like open source and like anyone can use it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely Unreal 4 because like it looks like an Unreal 4 engine game. Like it's just really kind of realistic, but you can kind of tell it's cartoony.
Yeah.
And like it's Unreal 4 just because of like the way the physics work, you know. But I mean, it's well done, and the voice acting could be better, but like it gets the point across, you know. Yeah, I'd recommend it
for indie games. Is
for like 20 or however much it is. You can't go wrong with it. Like you're not gonna regret it. It's not gonna be on my list.
Are they making another Outlast game?
They are. Outlast 2. I don't think there's a gameplay trailer for it, but there's a teaser.
There was a teaser where they had like a burning cross.
An upside down burning cross.
Yeah, an upside down burning cross, and then they zoomed out, and it was the T in Outlast.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Wow,
I got goosebumps watching it. I was like, oh man, I still need to buy the Whistleblower, which is like the expansion for it. I still need to buy that.
Man, that was a scary game.
Yeah, I was talking to Robert, and Robert said Robert's a big Outlast fan.
Yeah.
And he said that it's not in an asylum. It's gonna be open world-ish, set in a forest. That's gonna suck.
That's scary.
That's gonna.
No one likes a forest. The asylum was scary too, though.
Yeah.
I wrote a small horror story one time based in an asylum.
You wrote one?
Yeah, it was for a class. It was
Okay.
back in senior year in high school.
Sure.
And like, I remember like thinking like it was because after I watched that last, and I was like, dude, an asylum's such a creepy place. I'm gonna write my horror story in there. So I really enjoyed it. I got a 99 on it. It was a good.
What'd they take off that 1 point?
I forgot. I think it was like a comma somewhere. It was something like that. It was a punctuation thing.
That's silly.
Yeah.
That's silly.
No comma, maybe just that's an A is not an and.
But like the thing with asylums is the setting. Like I wasn't scared playing Arkham Asylum, you know?
Yeah.
I guess like during like the scarecrow bits I was a bit spooked, you know? It just depends on the atmosphere. Like if it's a currently running asylum, there's like people there working, it's not bad, but if it's abandoned, like I'm out. I'm out there.
I guess I can find it hard to find like action games scary or like depending on the art style.
What makes because you're too bad A in Batman. So.
Did you see the game clip I recorded for Batman?
I didn't.
I got spooked. Like I was just ziplining around, minding my own business, and like I ziplined up to this building, and this freaking bat creature popped out of nowhere and smacked my face, and I not expecting it. It was the most terrifying experience I've ever had playing a video game. Like I screamed, I dropped my controller. I was like, Xbox, record that, and like it was bad.
Oh man.
But that game is fantastic too. Arkham Knight. I just now got it because traded in my 3DS.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Those Arkham games looked a lot of fun anyway. So
yeah.
I don't think they disappointed. That was a Warner Brothers game?
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Yep.
They're silently.
Okay. Warner Brothers is the publisher. It's and it's Insomniac is the developer. Okay. Yeah, and they made all the main Arkham games. They didn't do Origins or whatever. They didn't make that. Yeah.
The one that nobody liked.
Yeah. It was just the weakest of the series, is what I heard. I never played it either, so I can't say anything. I heard City is the best out of all of them, but I never played City. So.
Arkham City.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched a 7-minute synopsis of it before I played Arkham Knight. Like I got this. I know what's happening now. But there's still references they make. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. TBH.
I think a lot of it's comic book references though.
Yeah, it's so neat too, because whenever you meet a new character, they have like a character bio.
Yeah.
And it says like first seen in, and then it'll say the comic they appeared in. There were these two characters that I thought were just like really minor characters that were a part of a side quest, and they first appeared in Batman in like 1967. I'm like, oh my gosh, how about that? You know, it was really neat. You know, I don't know, any comic book game has plenty of room for those references that are really small and obscure that like the diehard fans will get.
Yeah.
And it still worked for me, like not as a diehard comic fan. I'm like, okay, that's pretty neat. I get that.
It's good.
I'm dying. Good God.
What's amazing about things like that, it's like you don't have to necessarily read the comics to enjoy that game.
Yeah.
So I think that's...
Plus, like, the Arkham games are, like, they're supposed to have, like, the background of the comics, but, like, from, like, the point of, like, Arkham Asylum, it's, like, their own story. Mm-hmm. So that way they can create leniency and surprise people.
Since we're kind of on Batman, I started watching Gotham the other day.
How is it? That's really good.
It is fantastic.
Really?
I love this series. Mm-hmm. It's about Jim Gordon, Commissioner Gordon. It's about him as a rookie detective. It's about Bruce and Alfred getting to know each other after the past. Well, they already knew each other, but it's like them getting closer after his parents passed. It has Selena Kyle in it, who's Catwoman. Mm-hmm. It has her as a kid. I never thought about how whenever Batman was a kid that all of his like nemesis and like how Catwoman and all of them are like his age.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it has like a lot of young villains. It has a lot of like kid people that will later become important figures in the Batman universe.
Yeah.
Penguin plays a huge part in Gotham.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's massive, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've not seen anyone that's going to be the Joker yet, but even in like the DC universe, no one knows the Joker's real name, so I doubt... I'm not caught up in Gotham, but I doubt you're going to see anyone that's going to become the Joker.
Who produces that show? Like, who
I have
owns
no
the rights?
Gosh.
Is it on Fox? Is it... Or not Fox. Well...
It might be
FX,
Fox.
I mean.
It's,
Fox, but...
It might be ABC.
Is it ABC?
I don't know. Caleb, why are you not Statman this time?
It's because my battery died.
For shame.
That's depressing.
We're struggling now because we have to look stuff up.
Well, last episode, we were yelling at Caleb, like, you don't need to have your laptop plugged in all the time. And I was
That was just dead.
Mine's plugged in.
I had it unplugged last night, and it just died. Like,
mine's plugged in, but I don't think it's charging right now.
Oh, that plug-in over there is really sketchy.
Oh, so. I'll be right back. We good.
We are good.
We good.
I've been playing a lot of XCOM 2.
Yeah, how's that?
I have over 90 hours clocked.
How no? He bought it 2 weeks ago.
I bought it 2 weeks ago.
Like before our podcast, he was downloading it. 90 hours?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, it better be. Good lord.
Netflix has bought the rights to Gotham.
Bought the rights to it.
Oh, it's Fox's Gotham though.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought it was Fox. That was my first guess, and then I went to ABC.
I guess it's on FX usually.
Yeah.
Whatever that channel is.
Better Call Saul 2. Well, Better Call Saul season 2. Yeah. It premiered last Tuesday, day after my birthday. It premiered, and I haven't seen it yet. I don't think there's going to be a way for me to see it until the season's over and it gets on the streaming services.
Yeah.
But I just wrapped up Better Call Saul season 1 the night it premiered, and wow, that series is good.
It's a good series.
That's good.
Man.
We were talking about how I didn't know if it could live up to Breaking Bad. In my opinion, it's living up to Breaking Bad.
That's good.
What is his name? Jimmy McGill. His story is about as good as Walter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of like small intricacies to his life, you know. Yeah. It's really. I can't really get into it because that series is still relatively new, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone that's not seen it.
Yeah.
But I would highly recommend it.
I need to watch it. It's so hard to start a series as a college student.
Yeah, because you want to watch it and like, wow, I need to study for all these exams and write these papers, but Better Call Saul, you know?
Yeah. And shows like that you can't just have on while you're doing a paper. You got to watch it.
And whenever this started becoming a thing, I don't know, but whenever... Is my voice ringing right now? Am I ringing something? Do you hear that?
I can't tell.
Like, whenever I talk, I heard a bell ringing. I think I'm having a stroke. But anyway.
Anyway. That'd be a great podcast bonus.
We got to call 911. I'm having a stroke. But anyway, God, that threw off my train of thought. Help me.
Better Call Saul doing work while
Yeah.
TV.
I don't know when this became a thing. It's doing it again.
Just ignore it. Ignore it. It doesn't exist.
Okay, it doesn't exist. All right. But anyway, whenever this started happening, like episodes started becoming like 50 minutes long, you know?
Yeah.
When in the world did we like start watching an hour's worth of television every single episode?
I know, that's
And there's
crazy.
like 12 episodes, 12 or 13 or 14 episodes in every season. Wow! When am I gonna get the time to watch that?
That's a lot of time. I remember the good old days when SpongeBob had 15-minute episodes in one package deal.
Yup. That's how I was rewatching this old TV show. I don't know if you guys ever watched. Caleb, you would love it. But have you ever seen Super Jail?
No.
I'm going to show you an episode of Super Jail after this. You are going to love it. It is so funny. It's an old Adult Swim cartoon, and it's really risque, and it's really gory, and it's like it's hilarious. But every episode is like 15 or 10 minutes long, and it's on Hulu. And like I just watched like 12 episodes, which is almost a season, like in the last couple of days, and don't regret a second of it. It was a good time. We're going to have to check out what that ringing is, because that's bugging me.
Do you really hear a ring?
I don't hear a ring.
Like, whenever I talk, I hear, like, a bell ringing. Is there? I don't know.
Ding! Well, there's something metal in here?
I don't know. Maybe... Stop it. I don't know. That's going to drive me insane. Anyway.
Windows? I don't know.
Possibly. I have no idea. I sound like a crazy person now.
Stop ringing windows.
I got The Division paid off.
Okay. When's that come out?
March 8th.
Yeah.
8th. Yep. 17 days at this point. 16 days.
You should buy that, Caleb.
Yeah, you guys should buy it.
Good.
It's a MOBA. No, not a MOBA. It's multiplayer.
It's
an MMO.
Every Tom Clancy game that they showed off at E3 caught my interest. So.
That Ghost Recon game I don't care about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to get it. So.
I feel like I'll be more excited when it's here, but looking forward to it, it's not.
That's how I am with Far Cry Primal.
Yeah.
Robert and Kendall are jazzed for Far Cry Primal, and I could care less.
That's weird to me. I don't know, because I've played the past 2 Far Cry games. I never played the first or second one, but third and fourth one had really good storylines. So
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Far Cry 2 was my favorite back on the 360.
I never played it.
It was really good. I don't think I beat the story, but just like the free roam was like really new and innovative at the time.
Yeah.
It was a huge map for a 360 game.
Yeah. I'm ready for another Red Dead game. That'd be
I bet
great.
they're working on it. They're probably working on it right
I
now.
hope so. That would be great.
The last thing they did was Grand Theft Auto. They probably have a large portion of their team still working on GTA Online, though.
Yeah, because GTA 5,
Well,
it's gone so far.
Yeah.
Rockstar, there's two separate.
There's more than two.
There's
more than
so
two.
there's
all
like
over the place.
one does Red Dead though, and one does GTA. So
Yeah, but like, it's such a big game that you don't think that they're gonna have like members come over and help work with them. You know,
Yeah.
It's a huge game.
they would probably,
Especially nowadays in this. I don't think they have a new engine, but I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't know if they have a new engine or not, but like even making a game on today's standards of game and then upscaling it like from Red Dead Redemption, that's gonna take forever. That's gonna take years.
They put a lot of time in their games. That's something that Rockstar holds true, though, is like working hard on their games and keeping it running.
The details are fantastic, you know?
And even though I'm pretty sure when GTA Online, remember that came out?
That was a mess.
That was rusty. But, you know, I think they knew that, and they took care of it pretty quickly. Considering how big of a mess it was.
It was.
Oh, man.
I want to say it's unplayable, but at least it started.
It did start. It just like the servers weren't running right with it. It just wasn't cooperating with the game.
And Halo, that reminds me of Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh my gosh,
that was the biggest disappointment of my life. I think.
They just didn't have a beta was their biggest problem. That's it.
Also, they outsourced it to like God knows how many companies to work on every game and all that. That was a terrible idea.
Halo 5 was great.
At least Halo 5.
At least they made it up.
We played like 8 matches of Halo 5 today. I was getting ticked near the end. I was done.
There was some raging.
Yeah.
But we played that arena. Arena was tough.
Yeah.
Getting ranked and stuff. We're just not. We're not what we were.
Jacob was talking and his headphones just decided they were done and they slid down his face.
Your ears are warm.
What was that? Stronghold? Stronghold is the worst game mode for Halo.
Thank you.
4-on-4? Like, that makes no sense. And then we had a guy drop out and it was just us 3. I wanted to die that match. I was so mad.
There's rage.
I'd say Warzone is the greatest thing that Halo 5 has.
But I want 4-on-4 like close gunfights, but I suck at it. So I don't know.
Why are video games just so fun though to people like us, or just I don't know, the general population? Just video games are taking off.
I can't talk. I can say that I like story. I can say that I like the interactiveness, but I'm gonna use sports games as a big example right here.
Okay.
I like numbers. All sports games is a comparison of numbers, like one number trumps another.
Okay.
The character's attributes,
I get it.
I like assigning numbers to things and then like taking that and pitting it against another thing that has its own set of attributes.
It's almost like a purpose is given to you.
That's what I like about video games, is it gives me like the control to do something. It gives me like just I don't know. That's as best as I can just describe it.
Because Alicia, we were talking about it last night, and she was like, "How much video games can you play in a day?" I was like, "Oh, I played like 7 hours in a day before." And I was like, "She's like, how do you do that? How do you even do that?" And I'm just like, "It gives you purpose." I don't know. It's just something, because it's not like something you do to stay from boredom. It's like it's what you do. It's a hobby.
It's fun.
It's
fun.
It's nowadays anymore for us. It's just a way to talk to friends that are.
It's a great way to talk to friends. So.
Like, instead of getting on, like, a conference call and going about our day, we just hop on Smite or, hop on Halo or whatever.
We're playing a game. We're interacting with each other while we talk.
While we have a purpose, like, in a collective, objective,
Yeah. And I think it bonds us in a way.
It definitely bonds us.
Of communication, yes.
Yeah, Caleb. Caleb's a little extreme. Like, out of us 3, Caleb's probably the most extreme.
He's a little hermit.
Yeah.
A little hermit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I went and saw Zoolander 2.
Was that good?
It was crap.
Oh, no.
I was disappointed. I looked up, I wanted to see what other people thought. Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 28%.
I'm frowny facing right now.
Let me tell you, okay, the first hour of the movie wasn't bad.
First hour? That's like a sizable chunk of the film.
It was, but the parts that were supposed to be funny weren't like hilarious. You know what I mean?
I think that brand of comedy died in early 2000s.
And I felt like I'd be like, But like I wouldn't like laugh hard. I never found myself at a point where I was dying laughing, and that was upsetting. I think I just saw Deadpool, and after I died laughing, see that, and then I went and saw Zoolander 2. I was like, and it was way too long. It could end. There were parts where like, okay, this needs to end now.
Yeah.
And I had to pee. I was like, and I wouldn't go pee because I thought it was about to end and it wouldn't end.
Right. I don't know what to call that genre, but like the Adam Sandler films and the Ben Stiller films and the Owen Wilson films that came out in the early 2000s that were hilarious. I don't know what happened to them. I want to say like as a culture we just grew up, but like that, I mean, there's still kids that are younger than us that like are at that maturity level, and like they're not. Well, I guess they are into it, but I don't know. Maybe we're just old and hateful now. I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I watched it and I was like, it wasn't that great. You know, I was a little disappointed. Because I like Zoolander. I remember
Zoolander's hilarious. The gasoline fight, like that's one of my favorite scenes in film. It's so stupid. It's funny. You know. Yeah. I don't get it. Anymore.
It doesn't make sense because I probably could watch Zoolander and still find it funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The brain and comedy sometimes are a weird thing. Like everyone's comedy is different. Yeah. So it's weird to me.
There are some shows like my brand of comedy is like has many different faces. There's like the comedy that I show when I'm just with you guys. There's my comedy when I'm with like a group of people I don't know that well. There are some like films and there are some shows where I can just like get as like just as obscene as I want and just like laugh out loud, you know? Like, just laugh at like the most obscene things like Super Jail, you know? And like whenever I show that to other people, they just look at me like I'm some pervert, you know? I'm like, well, it's funny to me. I don't know. I just like laughing at stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, boy. That was loud.
What are those demons?
I have a lot of demons in my chest right now.
Yeah.
I'm out of water.
I'll beat them out of here.
Oh, man. That's an emergency. I'm out of water, too. We go through water fast.
I feel like I'm on a desert right now.
It is hot.
Oh, can we talk about what your dad was playing earlier?
Stratomatic?
Yeah. Can you explain that?
Literally Dungeons and Dragons and baseball film.
Yeah, like there are literally Walmart bags, like 5 Walmart bags full of cards right now. 6 Walmart bags. I can't count.
Yeah.
6 Walmart bags full of like baseball cards that are like your character tokens, and then there's like a list of like rules and stuff you have to get to play the game. It's Dungeons and Dragons just skinned for baseball.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's I played it. I used to play it a little bit. I don't remember how to play it now.
Yeah.
But I used to play it a little bit when I was younger, and I remember it was a lot of fun to play. But my dad and his friend, they get so into it in this game. They'll be like, you roll the dice and you just kind of like look at what the dice for that person as a certain chance for it.
That's Dungeons and Dragons,
yeah. But then you look at the card and they're like, strike him out! And then, like,
you hear him yell from across the hall, and we're in the basement, maybe they'll just like yell in the basement.
And then it's like, it says a pop fly, and then you gotta like...
You have to roll to see if you can catch it. That is so great.
See if it's a catch or a home run.
That's
and it's like, fantastic. They're like, long one, and they like roll it. And when you steal, you can choose the steal depending on the runner. And you roll a chance dice again, and it's like, and he's taking off, and they're like, well, they'll get so into it.
Oh my gosh,
it's so funny.
We should get people to play. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons before, but we should get our group of friends together to play it. I think Robert would get a kick out of it.
Robert would get into it.
Yeah, Robert would get really into it. We should try to hook that up.
He'd be like, fatty bean.
Gonna fatty bean that. You can put it in the cornhole.
It's like, oh, I'm getting corned right now. That's what he would say.
Oh, I love that guy. He's hilarious.
Robert.
Yeah, we got close this last couple of years. Robert's a good guy. Salt of the earth. Good guy. Great guy.
Salt of the earth.
Swish. So, what's coming out soon besides Division? Like movies, video games, anything? Any Civil War? Like we've talked about Civil War multiple times now. Yeah. I'm not excited for it anymore. I don't know if I said I was, but I'm not excited about it anymore.
I never get excited about certain things. And Captain America was one of them.
Yeah, so. I don't care about Captain America.
The Avengers was one of them. That last Avengers movie was crap. So
I didn't see it.
It was crap. Yeah. I watched it on an airplane. So
it took me 3 or 4 years to watch the Avengers, like the first one.
Yeah.
It took me a long time before I watched the Avengers.
I have a supervisor at work. His name is Brad.
Naturally.
It's a douchebag name, and he's a douchebag person. But Brad, oh man, he's a huge, like, low-key, like no pun intended,
Yeah.
Avenger fan.
Is he possibly the guy that dressed up as Loki on campus last year?
No,
He doesn't go to college.
No, he's
Okay.
he's a supervisor. He's 27 or something
Alright.
like that. But he has a little low key figurine on his like car keys. So this guy comes in, he's like hair gelled, he's all dressed nice, and it's just like you see that low key thing hanging off there, and you're like, what a loser, oh my gosh. And it's just he's a recovering alcoholic too, and he's just so like mean to everyone,
like scatterbrained,
like just how he is, like he treats you like crap.
He abuses his power.
He abuses his power
like Loki. Oh my god.
He's the owner's nephew.
Oh.
And his dad's a lawyer, and he lives off that daddy money a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh if you get fired after this comes out. I'm
Yeah,
gonna laugh my butt off.
I'm perfectly okay with getting fired. Because I don't like him.
I tried to quit once.
One time,
so I'm okay with it.
You tried to quit?
I tried to quit once.
What happened?
They taught me out of it. They taught me into working 1 day a week.
They did.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew Dad wanted Caleb to keep working, so he needed to work 1 day a week. So we were gonna keep that going for him. But I gotta tell you, one time I was fixing our bun toaster thing at work, and I was trying to fix to like give the phone. They called Brad, and Brad's like, give the phone to the most handy man there, and they gave it to me. I was the only male in the store, so I guess they felt like that was me, but I didn't know crap what I was doing.
Right.
They're like, he's like, so is the little thing, the little chicken wire looking stuff in there, is that rotating inside the toaster? And I was just like, no, it's not. He's like, all right, so here's what I want you to do. That cord sticking out of the toaster, I want you to follow it up to the plug-in. I want you to firmly grasp the plug-in and unplug it and plug it back in. And I just sat there. I was just like...
He has his mouth covered, trying not to laugh.
And when I'm doing this, and I'm just like... I'm like, it's still not working. He's like, the chicken wire's still not working in there? And I was like, no, it's not. He's like, oh, okay, it's mechanical error. We're going to have to get someone else on it. We'll talk later, though. All right, bye. Here we are for broken toaster still. I was like...
That's rough. What do you do at a fast food joint whenever your bun toaster's not working?
You gotta get a replacement. We have an extra one in the back, and you hook that one up. But it's just a mess. It sucks when stuff breaks. We have so many broken things in our store.
Yeah.
Like our little fryer thing we cook our nuggets in, you gotta like filter the old oil out and get it clean again, put it back in there. And when I did it the other day, I twisted the thing and it wasn't working. I like did one more twist on the little valve and it went. I was like, it just like a real loud boom and it went. I was like, I took a step back. I was like, oh my goodness.
I have broken the oil machine.
And I touched it again. I was like, turned it off. I was like, we're not using that one today. No nuggets for y'all.
What do you do in that situation though? Like, do you have a replacement nugget machine?
The way the oil works, you have like separate vats, and it was just that one vat that wouldn't come on. And when you turn it on, it said ignition failure.
Okay.
Like, why does it have an ignition? It's just like, that's just like, apparently it happened the other night, and they didn't do anything about this.
All right, and we're back. Technical difficulties.
That'll be even better if you don't cut it.
All right, you're talking about a fryer.
So I don't know
where were we? Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay, well,
they don't fix it. That's
this popping thing apparently happened a couple days ago, and they didn't bother to do anything about it. They're like, oh, it's fine now. No big deal. It won't happen again. So I remember it popped, and the old lady, she's like, our old prep lady who makes the salads and stuff, she's like, yeah, I did that the other day, too. She's like, her son is the other maintenance guy there. I do maintenance, and that's what we do there. We fix that oil, and she's like, yeah, his name's Travis. She's like, Travis, it went real loud when he did it. She's like, well, he did it twice when he did it. And I was like, oh my goodness. It was so funny.
Oh, man. What is it with old people and technology? It's just so cute. Like my grandma, like she used to play the Nintendo 64 with me. She used to play like Banjo and Kazooie with me. And I gave her my old Xbox 360. She's like, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to play the Banjo game, though. My grandma, they don't make those games anymore.
That's so funny.
She's like, I just want to play the banjos.
Our grandma, she was over here one time for Thanksgiving, I think, or something like that. And there was football on the TV. Grandma, like, we're 20 minutes into this game. Grandma's like, this isn't baseball. Like, dead serious. So, like, no, Grandma's football.
What's the football, Grandma?
She's like, they got some pretty colors on.
That was the Super Bowl, right?
No, that was Thanksgiving.
There's no Thanksgiving Super Bowl, little boy.
Okay. No, that was Thanksgiving, yeah. I don't know
Grandma
why I was
wasn't
thinking.
here
I
for the
lost
Super
my
Bowl.
mind.
My grandma always had the Cardinal game on, and she never watched it. She just liked the noise. She thought it was company.
Yeah.
That was my great grandma. She is 89 at this point, and she has lost her mind. God bless her soul. Yeah, it's funny. My parents, my mom and my aunt. Not my parents, my mom and my aunt showed up at our house one time. She was just buck naked sitting on the couch. My little cousin, who was like 3, was there with them, and she just walked in, and Grandma was just like splayed out on the couch.
Grandma, put some clothes on.
My aunt was like, "Oh my, there it is."
Our grandma was 93, I believe.
Yeah, they get pretty lively whenever they get near that age. They start saying stuff. Oh man.
A lot of repeating.
Yeah. Whenever people get old on my mom's side, the family, they forget names. Like, my great-grandma had to go through a list of all the boys in my family before she got to me as the youngest boy. She's like, well, Dustin, Mike, Con, Brody. Like, whenever she was getting mad at me, she just, like, stutter and say names until she got it. I'm like, that's it. That's it right there.
Change your name right now.
You are Connor right now. She was a feisty little fart. She was great.
That's so funny.
Yeah. All right, we've been going for an hour and 12 minutes. I think we're good.
It's going to get cut down.
It's going to get cut down. You guys might or might not know why. I tooted a bit.
Oh, God. Can we just put in our laughter? That'd be great.
I don't know. All right, we'll be back in 2 weeks with more Duck Duck Thwack.
Duck Duck Thwack.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.